Okay, wait. B X. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. BXG XBP. Okay. Okay. And are you able to view my broadcast? Did you get a link? Try me starting it. Let me try. Wait. Could you see the? Could see the. Wait. Why? Could you see the broadcast now? Is it on? Okay. Wait a minute. YouTube. So could you all see it? Now I'm trying to find how to pause the game. You know how? I don't see the button for pause. Okay, doesn't matter. I will just slow down when I need to pause. Yeah. Okay. So you're running Brick, Lucio, Doomfist.
Give you some little more time to get ready.
So right off the bat, Brick and Lucio is kind of tricky to run because you might not have enough healings, but when it works very well. Okay, and then enemy has a Genji. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. So I see a ball over here, and that's exactly what I hope to see, because this is how you get the value out of your brick. But let's see how you do. Alright, so let me see what happens to your torp.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
Okay, that's not your fault here, because Top just doesn't know when to back up. But then again, in that situation, if your team is in voice chat, you can tell them that, oh, I only have 1 health back for you, and ask them to back up. because Lucio cannot heal you from a distance, and Brick can only do so much, and you don't want to waste 3 of your health pack on someone who's going to die anyway. But yeah, this is definitely not your fault. That Torps dies, and how the heck did the Doom die? So, okay, even though you don't have your armor pack anymore, it's still your responsibility to pocket the Doomfist or whoever is diving on from your team. So you should have kept an eye on the Doom as well and send him a health pack when he needs it. Here, you drop here. Alright. So I saw that you dropped probably because you saw your Reinhardt dropped, and this is actually not the best play. I know that you wanted to help your Rein and you feel like you had to go with him, but remember that as a support, it's more important for you to be alive than to trying to help your tank who actually made a very terrible decision and should die anyway. In this situation, you should have just run with the Lucio in the back and run all the way back and try to stay alive. And if you think you cannot stay alive, go to the cart and die immediately and wait to regroup with your team. Okay. Actually, let's look at this dive. You're coming from spawn. Okay, you should use your shield bash at the beginning to get to the point quicker. Use it as a movement ability. Alright, and this is what I told you about holding your shield up early, because it will not be up when it looks like it's up. Yeah. Okay, good. You are backing up. You see that you're getting damage. That's fine. That was probably a reaction thing, but when you see the ball has a bubble, don't try to whip shot him or stun him yet. Yeah. With the Riley here. Oh, the Riley. And again, this could have been another reaction thing, but when you turn around and you saw the ball coming towards you, that was another chance for you to stun him. Yeah. And here you could have just moved him away and potentially kill him. I mean, not okay, but you kill him anyway. I'm okay with dying here because you really don't have any other choice, and you can't get out anyway, so it's fine to just die. Okay. Now you're coming back from here. Yep, that's good. You are waiting. You are learning. Was someone invited to the group? Okay, never mind. But yeah, I can see that you are learning that the ball will have a bubble when he goes in, and you're saving your stun for that, and that's very good. Yeah, always try to learn from within the game. Here, there's not so much you can do because they fucking use Nano Blade Bob on you, so it's pretty much a lost fight. Yeah. Let me see if you use Rally this fight. Okay, you don't, that's good, yeah. Yeah. And you did a very good thing here by dying on the card, because it gives your team about, I'd say 2 seconds to your top bank. So if you die, always try to die on the card. Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. Not to mention.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Rally to me!
I would say that is actually a bit too early because most of your team is not within your range yet.
Practice makes perfect. Not to mention some.
Again, remember to use shield bash to get to the point quicker. Yeah. I think you should have rally when you are here, not when you are back there, because you just wasted about 5 seconds of rally because the teams are not in your range yet. Good. What was the tank doing? Yeah.
Critic flux isn't quite ready.
Yeah.
That should be better.
So you're probably gonna win. What?
This will only hurt for a
Okay, never mind. So your team probably won this team fight, but when you are engaging and you don't see your Reinhardt going with you, it might be you might want to tell your Reinhardt to push up, or you have to just hold the shield and slowly walk backward. Because the worst thing that can happen is you are walking forward and your Reinhardt is not moving with you, your tank's not moving with you, and it could be a winning fight, a one fight turning into a lost fight because you extend and your tanks don't extend with you. But here you use your ult and you won the fight, and so that doesn't matter.
I'll take care of you.
Barrier in place.
I'd say play closer to your Reinhardt here instead of babysitting the payload. Okay, good, very good. Boop. You see how that a simple boop pretty much, you know, force the ball to go back to his team and try again in 10 seconds. That's so much time you're saving for your team. Okay, good. Health back on your Reaper. That was not necessary. And let me see who dies here. Your Reaper will probably die. Yep. Okay, good stuff. Okay, this is a situation where I would have just turned away and used shield bash to get away, because not only Zarya has a bubble, but your Reinhardt is not with you. For some reason he keeps getting back up and not playing with your positioning. Yeah. In another game you might have gotten punished if they have ult, or if they are just better. Yeah. The Reinhardt is really weird. Why is he up? You know, yeah, kill this Ana, kill this Ana. Let me see if you do it. Actually, no. Now you should actually get back. You should not stay here, because your tank got. Now he's here. Don't feel pressure to use your health back right away, especially now that you don't get armor from it anymore. Yeah, here you're just wasting your health pack. Yeah, try to be more disciplined with it. So if I were you here, I would be thinking about where the ball is going to be. Yeah, and he's trying to go in the middle of the team. Another thing, do you know that you can trigger your Inspire off of the mine? Like if you melee the mine or if you whip shot it, you'll get Inspire from it. Do you know that? Yeah. So that's a very useful thing to have in mind when you don't have a target that you can damage to get your healing up. This is how you get your Inspire healing. Just farming the mine. Very good. Stun and buff. The ball should die here. Actually, no, it's just he got the bubble. Ooh. Okay, good job not getting caught in the... I say that too early. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. You probably die here anyway, but it's fine because they're using 3 ult for this fight. Actually 4 ult. Wait, have you used rally at all for this game? Yes, right? Okay. Okay, terrible out from Reaper. Got 2 because they are bad, but they're gonna lose anyway. Because they have... Wow, 3k. What is the Genji doing? So, this doesn't apply to you or Brigitte specifically, but that was very bad out from the Reaper, even if he got a 3k, because it doesn't contribute to the objective at all. He killed 3 people, but the card is still moving, and their team is much closer to the card than you are. So, like, he killed 3, and he probably felt very good about it. And if he is toxic, he will be like, "Oh, I got 3 of them. Why? What did my team do?" Yeah, but it doesn't fucking matter because it doesn't contribute anything to the objective. Because the whole team just fucking died, and you just waste your ult, and you see 4 of them are already on the card. Okay. Here you can actually rally. I would actually rally here to help your Winston and to secure this fight. Yep, don't use your save. Yep, save. You see the difference between being disciplined with your health pack and not being disciplined with your health pack, because you could have saved the Winston there with one of your health packs. Yeah. Alright. Remember to shield the tire drive. So since you did not use your rally earlier, now it's actually better to hold it because the window to use rally has passed, because it looks like your team is winning the fight. If you use it here, it will be just a waste. Yeah. We definitely, you just got 3 or 4 of them. There's no way that you're gonna lose this fight. So no. Yeah. I mean, yeah, true. In like silver or gold, like it's very unpredictable. Shield. Yeah, you definitely should have shield there and stun the ball. I think you have to be more intentional with your health pack and not just hold the button and throw it to whoever is in front of you. As Brigitte, you have to look around a lot. You are not just looking straight at the enemy's tanks. You have to turn around and look at your other healers, look at your DPS, and see what's going on. Yeah, you have to multitask as opposed to just doing one thing. Okay, your Reaper got picked off. Let's see what else happened.
My ultimate is charging.
And here is where you should, because the fight, not so much is happening. Well, like here, not so much is happening in the fight. This is the time for you as a support to think to yourself, what ult they have and what ult they're going to use the next fight. If I were you, I'll be thinking definitely the Ashe or the Genji will have ult, because it has been well, maybe not the Genji because he just used it before, but the Ashe definitely has ult. Zarya, I don't know, but Ashe, yeah, definitely has ult. And you can Bob is if you can land a boop on Bob, that could actually potentially disable the entire ult. If you get to boop him into a corner or into some room that you just try to push him into a position where he cannot target your team. So let's say for example the Ash is sending Bob straight from where she is. What you can do is you can boop her into the room like to your right, so that he will go into that room and not hurt your team. But it's very tricky to do, and you will not be able to do it a lot of times. But it's worth trying. Okay, the ball. Okay, he. The Lucio was probably afraid that the mine is going to kill him. That's just why he ult. Not a good ult. You know, the Lucio should save. Yeah, you should tell him. Oof. Okay, there's not a lot you can do about that. What you could have done in the situation is tell your teams that.
What is that melody?
Yeah. And tell. Yeah, you should have. Well. Let me see what went wrong here, because I'm not totally sure. Yep, so he mine. Winston's over here. Oh, head trance, okay. So when they use trance, you have to know that they're going to be very aggressive, and this is a good time to get out. You don't get anything by being here anyway, because they have the trance going on. They will not die anyway. It's 50-50 here on whether you should have used your rally. I don't care either way. So against Ana, rally is very good against Ana because the rally armor will not stop even if you get hit by a nade, and that might be just what your team need to survive the anti-nade from Ana. But here, I'm okay with not using rally this fight because it was pretty dicey anyway, and your Lucio misused his fight earlier, so there's no point investing in, a chance of bad decision. Here, I don't actually have a problem with this rally because you are trying to recontest, and you honestly would have gotten that recontest if the Zarya had not used Graph. So pretty much you traded Graph for rally, which I think is good, is okay anyway. So I'm fine with this rally even if you died. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. That's totally fine. Now the fucking Genji. Oh. You cannot control what your teammates do in the game, but you can give them information and just let them think for themselves. So here, if you had told, earlier, if you had told your Lucio that the Genji maybe has Blade and the Ashe probably has Bob, he might have listened to that and decided and try to keep his beat instead. Yeah. Okay, next fight. Why did you not shield when they pile drive? Did you think that you could not shield his pile drive? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Tactical visor activated.
Oh. You kept, yeah, you did the, yeah, whip shot the Ana. You see, that's very good.
30 seconds remaining.
Go on this end. Go on this end. Yeah. Another benefit of using your health pack smartly is that you'll get more outcharge because you are actually doing healing. But if you just throw your health pack at the full health teammate, you'll not get all. And the faster you get rally, the better. Another advanced thing you can do here is you can tell your team to save some of the mine for you so that you can trigger your inspire healing if you need it. But that's the for some reason this is a very hard to a concept that people find it very hard to get. Like I tell my tank to take damage from the bob so that I can heal them and get outcharge. I tell them to leave the mine alone so that I can get some outcharge off of it. I feel like that at high levels people should just know this even if you don't play support, but they don't. Okay, here, let me see what went wrong here. Yeah, okay, when you see that you got 2 people down and it's okay to try to help your Winston, but this is the moment that you should have just gotten out and you don't. Yep. Yeah, definitely don't do this. You know you can still get a whip shot if you had get out because there's still a line of sight to the chuck. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
30 seconds remaining.
Into the iris.
10 seconds.
Oh. So I see that you don't use or abuse your shield as often. In this situation, let's say coming out of spawn.
This might be
Let me see.
just
Like I will stop right here and shield. I will stay on that platform, on that ledge, and shield just to get a view of what's going on in the battlefield. Like if you have done that, you would have seen that the arch is on high ground, and perhaps you would not have gone here and died. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You know, there are only 3 characters in Overwatch that have the third-person view, and that is Reinhardt, Brigitte, and Bo. And you should definitely abuse that as often as possible. You go into a corner and shield just to see what's on the other side and decide what you should do in that situation. If you guys have stay alive here, I mean, if you have stay alive there, your team would have probably won that fight because you have beat, you are close to a shatter, you're close to a rally, and they only have blade. They don't even have nano. They don't have craft. They don't have anything. Yeah, there's not much else you can do here, and that's the difference between, like, just the difference between literally just holding your shield up and trying to look at what's going on, and not holding your shield up. Yeah, but I think overall here, given how short of a time it has been of you playing Overwatch, I think you did fine. You landed your whip shot, you landed most of your stun, so it was what you need to work on here is your positioning and your health pack discipline. Okay, let me see what goes on attack.
Initiating match.
And I feel like your Reinhardt,
Ready
well,
for battle.
your who is your Reinhardt? I think your Reinhardt here was being a bit too passive, and if you realize early on in your game that your Reinhardt is not an aggressive one, try to play with him. Unless you can tell him to be aggressive, but it's very hard to tell players to break out of their habit for a game.
Keep to the plan, but be ready to adapt if necessary.
It's not my preference to see to matters personally.
So if I see my team is running this comp, I will spend this time, you know, thinking about who should I heal, where should I be to best support my. Well, you have two options here. You can be on the payload and let your Myra follow your tanks, or you can go with your tank and follow you, and let Myra be on the payload. But let's see what happens. Yeah.
Would you like another helping? 3,
No, they're running McCree and Genshi.
1. Attackers incoming.
changing position.
One.
Spot the payload.
Left us off. Resistance. More best now.
Yep. Always watch out for the ball. If they play, if they play ball in the first round, it's likely you're gonna play ball in the second round. So right out of spawn, you should know that the ball is probably going to dive you right here, and you should look up. You just hold your shield and then look up, just to find where he is and get ready to stun him. All right.
Get into position.
Okay. All right.
This will restore you.
Here I feel like you're being a bit too passive by staying behind the payload. Let me see. Yeah.
I need to recharge.
Teleporter online. I have opened the path.
Here is the thing. The payload is not, well, obviously to win the game you have to push the objective, but it's better to follow your team and help them win the fight or help them not die rather than babysitting the payload. Yeah, because if you win the fight you can just get back and push the card, but if you lost the fight then they're gonna come for you and you're gonna die and the payload is not moving anyway.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Okay, good. Yeah. And that is what Brigitte can do that the other support cannot easily do. The Moira died because you landed a whip shot on her and your Moira follow up with just like half a second of holding right click. I mean, yeah. Like, you know, an Ana or even the Baptiste would probably not have gotten that kill. Alright, you got the, you see, you got the point anyway, and you're pushing up with your team and help them win the fight, and that's what matters. Okay. Okay, very good decision here by what? Yeah, very good decision by just holding back and not 1v5ing the enemy like you did in the last round. Yeah, don't use your health pack off cooldown. Try to save it. Okay, get out. No, get out. Okay, good. The reason you lived through that was because the ball tried to attack Inspire. If the ball had not dived you, the Zarya would probably have killed you.
Get into position.
So using shield bash to engage is usually not a bad, usually a bad thing, unless your team is moving up with you. It's much better to use it to get out of the way and to be safe. And there should be no reason why you are trying to fight this Moira, even if you have rally, because nothing's gonna die anyway, and you're not actually getting any outcharge off of dealing damage here, because your ult is still going on.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Yeah, should have just turned around and shield bash away. I feel, did you just bash into the mine? Let me see what happens. Okay. You should have shield bash the other way, not that way. Because you see that it's literally a field of damage. Yeah, okay. I feel like your team should be able to win this regardless.
I'll do my part.
Yeah. But this could potentially be dangerous because you have a very long way from spawn, and your absence maybe might, okay, it doesn't happen here, but it could have been potentially a lost fight simply because you were not there. Okay, good. Yep, do that. See how the ball is getting countered and he doesn't know how to switch. So if you're on the enemy team, the enemy has a brick as well, you could have told him, well, I think the ball is getting countered by the Brigitte, so we need to change up something here. Even the Genji too, I feel like Genji's not getting much value in this fight. I feel like you don't use your shield as often. Yeah. So use it even if the enemy is not looking at you, because you know sometimes they can just pick out corner and kill you without even you noticing. So if you are not swinging, if you are not trying to get somewhere quickly, hold your shield up. Hold your shield up to look at the battlefield and also to protect yourself from any damage that you don't see coming. Yeah. Okay, you're playing around corner, that is good. Interesting. That could have been a good play if you had got away after you landed your whip shot, just because you got the inspire up. Yeah, you already got the inspire up, you do some damage to them, and that's honestly enough. Yeah. Yeah. Go push the area. Now hold your shield up. Yeah, you should hold your shield up here. You hold your shield up not to only protect you, but also to protect your team as well. That's what you can do with Brigitte. Okay. Good. Nice. So you see, even though your team is running dive with Winston Diva, I feel like this is working very well. Actually, it works better than the previous round because your tank, knowingly or not, is playing with you here. I feel like they're always in your range, and they're always getting healing from you, and you get so much value out of Brick here. Oops. You should win this anyway. Or not.
I can do better than that.
To its destination.
Ooh. Okay, that's unlucky. Yeah, here you should just get out. Or go hide somewhere. You almost have rally. Okay, this is a pretty good rally. Yeah. You see how you're pushing the whole team back with just the rally. And now you have the wall, and now you win. Okay, very nice boot from the bot. You are booping him off the objective into a place where he cannot target the teammate. Yes, very good. Yeah. Okay.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Defending.
Those old video games.
Oh, now they have a tracer, even better. So, among the flanking DPS and the tank and the dive tank that you are good against, Genji and Winston are the least favorable matchup for you, because Genji has more range than Reaper and Tracer and Doomfist. He can poke you from far away, he can dash through you and deal damage to you, and he's kind of hard. He's kind of difficult to stun and to boop away. Winston is challenging for you because he can hurt you through shield, and you can't shield bash the shield. Like you can't shield bash him or shield bash away. So that's why Winston is kind of one of the more difficult dive tank for you to deal with. But Tracer is good. Tracer should be easy to deal with. Okay, good. I am okay with you like shield bashing forward, get your inspire up, and then hide behind the corner, as long as you don't fully commit to like 1v5ing the enemy. And also your tank is with you, so it looks pretty good here. Shield and go away, shield and go away. So you can't use your shield bash when your shield is broken. So when you feel like your shield is going low, drop it, turn around and shield bash. Yeah, here you're getting pushed. Yeah. It was a very short window of opportunity, but you could have turned around and shield bash away before your shield got broken. Wait a minute. Your team got staggered after you died. It's not your fault, but you could have wait a little bit when you see that your team's getting staggered, and just wait and hide behind and wait to regroup with your team. Ooh. Okay.
This is not the end of the world.
So let's talk about that rally. It was an okay rally because I know you were desperate to contest a point, and in the end it worked out. But the thing with overtime is that the enemy don't get extra time for completing the point. So if you feel like it's a bit dicey, just hold rally for the next fight because they don't get any extra time anyway. You just need to win the next fight right on the point.
Initiating match.
Yeah. In that situation that worked out, but in other cases it might not have, and it would have been better to hold rally for the next fight, which should be the the match fight. Okay.
Ready for battle.
On attack.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I'm looking forward to working.
All systems operational. Eva, ready for combat.
What an interesting hypothesis.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
That was actually pretty good, because you could have gotten like a whip shot or some cheeky kills there. So that was a good thing to do out of spawn. You don't need to. Oh fuck! They have a bastion. Okay, this is tough. Let's see what your team does.
That should be better. Enemy turret ahead. My camera can't take much more. Payload's moving out. Keep it coming. Enemy turret ahead.
The thing to do when they have a bastion is you might have gone away with staying on the left side of the payload
Can't take much more.
and just crouch because he can't see you. Like if you're right here and you just crouch and push the payload, he can't see you and he can't do any damage to you, and you're still pushing the payload.
Get us now.
And that's what you can do with all characters too, not just with Brick. Just hide from the bastion. Let me see what the tanks did this fight. Oh, he died early. Okay, you're hiding. Yep.
Enemy turret ahead.
You know, your diva actually knows what to do here. Like, she's doing exactly what she needs to do. She's going, well, I'm sorry I spoke too soon. But yeah, she was going behind them and distracting them and get their attention. And that was very good as diva, because you're forcing this whole bunker to reposition. And that's exactly what you need to do. It's unfortunate that she ended up going right into the middle of 6 enemies and died. But she almost had the right idea over there. Like when she was boosting up, I thought she was getting out, and that would have been an excellent play, but instead she didn't do that. Winston did the same thing. Yeah, you can't dive the bastion. A lot of people think that you can dive the bastion with Winston Diva, but that's actually not possible because how much damage bastion does to you, and also how much health he has, and the damage reduction he has from being in the turret form. So you could have told your team that dive is probably not the best idea against bastion here.
This is my will.
You know, if this were, let's say, a Masters game or a GM game, what people would have done is that they would go around the enemy's camp. They would go right out of spawn. They would go to the left, go on high grounds, and like hit them from the back. They would not try to push the payload and be directly in front of the bastion, because that never works out. As a support, especially as Brigitte, let me see what you could have done. In this kind of situation, if you know what to do, then you have to be the leader for your team and tell your tanks where to position. You know, tell your tanks to go high grounds with you and flank them from behind, not diving them straight on like earlier. But you have to tell them that because they will not do that by themselves.
Enemy turret ahead.
Ooh.
Let me touch that up.
Yep. Okay.
Fixing you up.
Its destination.
Yeah, you won. Okay. So I feel like this game went very well for you because the tanks, the dive tanks of all people play with you this fight, and minus the things that you really did not know. For example, like you can shield the pyre drive. I think you did well. Just keep in mind to yeah. Yeah. And know when to get out. Yeah. And you use your shield more, not as a protection, but also as a way to look at the battlefield and sort of gain an advantage against the enemy because they can't see you, but you can see all of them. All right. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. It's been fun. Yeah.